Hello friends, thank you for joining us again for A Dog's Life in Liechtenstein. As mentioned in my last video, we've had Jacob to stay a couple of times in the last weeks. We love having him, and as you can see, he's made himself right at home. Sometimes he and Arthur seem joined at the hip. An evening on the couch becomes a snuggle fest with both of them. And Jacob isn't satisfied until he gets his after work or evening one-on-one snuggle with Rainer. Arthur has to wait, but makes it known when he feels it's his turn. When I'm at my computer, they're both never far away. They make me feel peaceful just to look at them. Early each morning, during their first comfort stop walk, Jacob just wants to get on with doing his business and enjoying the view. It's funny to watch Arthur nag him until he gives in and runs a couple of rounds. Then he informs Arthur, "It's quite enough. Behave." Jacob isn't a morning person. Yes, I know I'm wearing my dreaded winter coat again, but some mornings and the last weeks have been still quite cold. And anyway, the pockets are handy for 2 bowls, leads, and snacks for 2 dogs. At first, Jacob is a little slower, and Arthur beats him to the bowl every time, but after a day or two, they win about 50-50. I still have to be careful to keep the dogs away from the areas where the farmers have spread the natural manure from the stables. Here you can see the darker patches on the right and also on the left, and the dogs are very interested. They will roll in it given the chance. No, stop that, Jacob. Oh no, that means a bath. Oh, such pretty boys. Take 1. And take 2. I just love watching them jump. About every 2 weeks, I travel to Bern to babysit my little grandson Ezra. Arthur usually stays home with his dad, but sometimes he comes with me. Also, Louis is usually at doggy daycare and training that day. So Arthur, Jacob, and I get to be best buddies together. And I get to take the 3 boys out for walks in the forest. Jacob is very protective of his baby. But when he gets home from doggy school, Louis wants to be in my room to cuddle. These photos show him waiting for me. And to catch you up on all the dogs in the family, here's my daughter's dog, Odessa, in Florida.
Someone just got a new bed 10 minutes ago. See how long it lasts.
You love it, Odessa?
You be gentle with it. You be gentle.
On a previous video, I showed you I was working on a couple of crochet projects. Well, I finished them both. This one is very thick and warm, and so now packed away for next winter. And this one is a larger shawl for spring and autumn, but still fine enough to use as a scarf. is now my current project, to take on holiday as a summer shore. Then along came my birthday. I visited my daughters in Bern and they took me out for a lovely dinner in the city. It was great fun and the city was looking very festive for me. Once again, we were back on a train and off for a mini adventure. We were heading to the little town of Kui on the side of Lake Geneva, where every year they hold a fringe jazz festival. We had a short stopover in Zurich so we could stretch Arthur's legs. Then it was back on the train to head first towards Bern and then towards Lausanne, where we would change to a small local train for the last few kilometers. As you can see, there's a good reason Arthur loves to travel on trains. I know I said in a previous video, no more snow, but we couldn't avoid this extremely late snowfall. Sometimes I'm torn between watching the view out of the window or watching Arthur enjoying the view. We found our hotel for the night, unpacked our toothbrushes, and headed towards Kui, first for dinner and then for the festival, making sure to give Arthur some exercise on the way. Kui is in the middle of the beautiful wine region of Lake Geneva, although it looked a little bleak that evening. Some of the festival is held in a large tent, but much is presented almost busker style. Presenters perform in small cellars and venues dotted all around the village. You purchase one ticket and then can roam around the village from venue to venue, staying the longest wherever the music pleases you the best. We found a place on the stairs in one small cellar and settled in. It was good for Arthur to get used to crowds and he proved a hit with everyone around us, probably because he was so well behaved. This local group were great, all original songs.
Watch me take myself, she know I'm master. Watch me take control, she doesn't know I'm here. Glimpses of her soul. Down onto this, hope that she said, let's keep this as mutual. This heart's are breaking, much like a simple. This is only through my never seem to hold myself and notice it's a dangerous place. You still can't fall, I can see your open, for open access.
The next morning was sunny and clear, and we had plenty of time between breakfast and catching our train home to take a walk up through the vineyards and enjoy the views of the lake and across to France. There are small clusters of houses surrounded by vineyards from which they make the local wine, and plenty of places to taste or buy wine if you wish. When you see places like this, I hope you understand why I love Switzerland so much. Then it was time to get back on the train and say goodbye to Lausanne and Lake Geneva and head back to the mountains of Liechtenstein. Well friends, that's all for the moment from A Dog's Life in Liechtenstein. Please, as usual, like and subscribe if you haven't already, and especially leave us a comment. I really love to get them. See you again soon.